Hello, Miguel. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I am tired.
Tired. Why, Miguel? Why are you tired?
I don't know.
Were you working so hard today? Were you doing some chores today?
I went to the center with my grandmother, but I
Yes.
don't know. I am tired. I need to sleep. I think.
Okay. Miguel, and why did you go to the city center?
Mm, mm.
Miguel, why did you go to the city center?
I bought
I bought.
and food and and yeah, exactly. I accompany no,
Accompanied her.
accompanied her with my grandmother because but it's stronger the go out the center and the food and the bow yeah so
All right.
I help I help her
Okay, okay. Miguel, and what time did you go to the city center today?
2 o'clock 2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right. And what time did you go back home?
5 p.m.
Ah, okay. Well, like 3 hours there. Okay, good, man. Good, that's good. Okay, great. Okay, Miriam, that's good. Okay, so Miriam, I'm going to share the board with you. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to share the link. Okay, and okay, there it is. Okay, wait a minute. Very good. It's there. Okay, there, Miriam. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay, okay. Okay, man. As I told you, Miriam, look at this. We are working on a project, okay, on a magazine from the academy. So that activity, Miriam, is the deadline for that activity is on May 13. Okay, I had said on May 7, but no, let's change it to May 13. Okay, the activity from the magazine. Okay,
Ah, well, 13.
yes, May
I
13.
I stay in Monterrey, so
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yes, it's true. Yes,
in this week, the next week, I answer the interview
very good,
and they send with you.
very
Send
good,
you.
Miriam. Very good. Okay, okay. Good, Miran. Good. Also, Miran, if you can, Miran, please share a photo, just a small photo of your face in order to add that photo to the magazine. Obviously, I'm going to write your name. I mean, you are the writer, you are the owner of that information, and also I'm going to write. I'm going to add a photo of you. Okay. Also, Diana is taking part in this project, and Quetzali is also taking part in this project. Okay. Diana will write an article about finance, about how to have or how to keep a healthy finance. And Quetzal is going to write some pieces of advice, some suggestions on how to learn English according to her experience. Okay. Very good, man. Very good. Okay, man. So
Pero, o sea, como tal, tengo que escribir un artículo, ¿no?
about you, yes, exactly. Answer the questions. For you, it's not really an article. For you, it's like an interview. Okay, an interview to
Ah, okay.
yes. For you,
Okay.
it's an interview for one of the best students in the academy. But for
Okay.
Diana, actually, they will write one article. Okay, as I said before,
Ah,
Diana will write an article about finance, and Quetzali will write an article about advice and suggestions on how to learn English or tips to learn English faster. Okay, very
okay.
good, very good. Okay, man, so let's continue with the rest of the top four. It says question 18 to 23. It says listen, Listen to part of a lecture in a literature class. Okay. Here it says, now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer. It says, what is the lecture mainly about? A. How London's life and work are contrasted. How London's life influenced his work. London's political writings. London's early adventures. Freedom 19 is according to.
According to the professor, what effect did the absence of a father have on London?
Good.
It affects his relationship with his mother. B is caused him to act. Wait a minute, teacher, please.
Yes, no, yes, of course, yes, yes, yes.
I am back, teacher.
Very good. Okay, please read this number 19. According to the professor.
Yes, according to the professor, what effect did the absence of a father have on London? A. It affected his relationship with his mother. B. Caused him to commit crimes.
Good.
C. It influenced aspects of his writing. D. It prepared him for a life of adventure.
A life of adventure.
All right.
Okay. Good. So it says, what does the professor mean when he says this? He thinks that many of the students in the class are poor. He's shocking that some of the students may not be happy at college. He believes that some students are not enjoying the class. He's implying that some students will imitate London's behavior. What is behavior? Do you remember?
Behavior. Ay, wait a minute.
Yes.
Behavior. Según yo, es como tener cuidado, ¿no? De algo.
Miren, behavior, conducta, comportamiento. Okay, you want to write
Así,
there. Conducta,
sí,
comportamiento. Very good.
sí.
Okay. Question number 21.
Why does the professor think that London read so many books? A. London wanting to learn from other writers. B. London was enrolled at a university. C. London needed to use other writers' ideas. D. London have had few ways of gaining real experience.
Very good. 22. What does the professor imply about London's success? He was immediately successful as a writer. He was successful only in later life. He worked hard to achieve success. He never really achieved much success. What do you mean success? Do you remember what do you mean success?
Éxito.
Éxito. Very good. Here, miren, later life. Questa, miren, in later life.
Una vida tardada.
Uh, vida póstuma. O sea, after London died. Okay, very good. Also, okay.
Antes
Okay,
de
miren,
morir.
before. Sorry, after.
Después de
After
morir.
die. After die. Good. Miren, what is achieve? Miren, achieve.
Achieve,
Achieve.
achieve, achieve, achieve,
Achieve.
achieve, achieve, achieve. Wait a minute. Achieve, achieve. Es que yo confundo mucho ese con el advice, pero tengo la diferencia, tengo la diferencia.
Achieve success, ¿no?
Era lograr, ¿no? Es lograr algo.
Very good, achieve, lograr. Very good, and very good, okay? Good, 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 good. It's 23. What does the professor think of London's work? Most of London's work is excellent. Anna, ma'am, can you please read number 23, please? What? Sorry.
What does the professor think of London's work? A, most of London's work is excellent. B, most of London's work is careless.
Very good.
C, most of London's work is not very good. The much of London's work is very modern.
Okay, what do you mean careless? Careless, do you mean careless?
Here es tener cuidado, esto es
Very good.
como ser cuidadoso, no es como algo muy
Ah,
detallado.
dime, the opposite, the contrary. Careless,
Ah,
sin cuidado.
sin
Less.
cuidado.
Yes, very good.
Ah, sí, porque
Careless,
les es menos, les es
less
negativo.
is
Sin
minus,
cuidado.
no? Very good.
Ajá.
Sin cuidado, very good. Okay, mira, so first listen, okay, and don't write. Then second time, yes, correct. Okay, first listen. Very good. Where is the thing? Ah, here. Very good.
16. According to the discussion, which way both protects customer identity and promotes customer personalization? "17. Which of the following are valid points about messages sent to a group address instead of individual addresses? Listen to part of a lecture in a literature class.
Before I continue, I want to sketch in some of the significant events of the life of the writer Jack London. This biographical outline is really just to give you a general picture, so that you can perhaps appreciate how his life and work were related. It's quite clear, I think you'll agree, that the kind of life London led really did show up in the kinds of stories he wrote. But before I go on, I want to remind you all that on Tuesday, I'll be presenting an overview of London's major works. So in preparation for that, I'd like you to read his small masterpiece, To Build a Fire. Okay, now where was I? London was born in San Francisco in 1876. In fact, he never knew his real father, who had left his mother before Jack was born. Biographers have suggested that the anxiety London felt at not knowing the identity of his real father is clearly shown in the themes of many of his books, which often deal with the struggle for survival and the harshness of the natural and human world. So I think it's true that we get a feel in his stories that London is often trying to make sense of the difficult events of his childhood. As a young man, Jack worked at various jobs, some menial and dangerous, and often adventurous. For example, he sailed the Pacific, worked on a fish patrol to catch poachers, raided oyster farms, prospected for gold, joined an army of unemployed workers, and even spent time in jail. Now, why is all this so significant? Well, it really comes back to the way London used his life experiences in the characters and themes of his stories. In light of the often harsh experiences he dealt with in these kinds of jobs, I think we can also understand what attracted him to socialism and the struggle for improved social and working conditions. London's learning was gained largely outside of institutions. In other words, he learned mainly from experience, but was determined to improve himself and enrolled as a student at the University of California. However, he dropped out after one semester due to a lack of money and perhaps disillusionment with university life. Any of you feel that way? Of course, it's true that he was always a keen reader and studied the works of other writers in order to learn to become a writer himself. I think we can say that he consciously chose the life of a writer in order to escape the unpleasant prospect of manual work. The adventurous life he led provided him with a great deal of material from which to create imaginative literature. Most writers and intellectuals, of course, know about the struggle for survival only from their readings and observations. London, by contrast, experienced poverty, struggle, and danger firsthand. Take, for example, one of his first published stories, the story of a typhoon off the coast of Japan, which was taken directly from his experience as a sailor in the Pacific when he was just 17. It is clear in this story, as in so many others of London's, that we, the readers, feel the directness of his writing. And this, I think we can say, is because he wrote about what he knew and experienced so deeply. Now, at first, his submissions to publishers met with very little success. However, he was very determined, and he forced himself to write 1,000 words per day. This disciplined approach to writing eventually paid off, and he gained international fame with a large output of writing. In total, he published over 150 stories, 18 novels, and 7 books of non-fiction, and many of them were translated into different languages. His novel, The Call of the Wild, was the one that brought him lasting fame, and many of his short stories are considered classics. It's true to say, though, I think we can admit, that not all his works are especially good literature. He often wrote carelessly, and there's a considerable part of his output which I think it is fair to say is uninspired and uninteresting to the modern reader. In the last period of his life, London tried his hand at agriculture. Much of his later writing, in fact, is concerned with the pleasures of country life and the satisfaction to be gained from earning a living from the land. He pursued this interest with characteristic energy at his ranch in California, and he continued a tight work schedule right up to his premature death at the age of 40 in November 1916.
Okay.
Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer.
Okay. Listen again, okay? Very good.
Listen to part of a lecture in a literature class.
Before I continue, I want to sketch in some of the significant events of the life of the writer Jack London. This biographical outline is really just to give you a general picture, so that you can perhaps appreciate how his life and work were related. It's quite clear, I think you'll agree, that the kind of life London led really did show up in the kinds of stories he wrote. But before I go on, I want to remind you all that on Tuesday, I'll be presenting an overview of London's major works. So in preparation for that, I'd like you to read his small masterpiece, To Build a Fire. Okay, now where was I? London was born in San Francisco in 1876. In fact, he never knew his real father, who had left his mother before Jack was born. Biographers have suggested that the anxiety London felt at not knowing the identity of his real father is clearly shown in the themes of many of his books, which often deal with the struggle for survival and the harshness of the natural and human world. So I think it's true that we get a feel in his stories that London is often trying to make sense of the difficult events of his childhood. As a young man, Jack worked at various jobs, some menial and dangerous, and often adventurous. For example, he sailed the Pacific, worked on a fish patrol to catch poachers, raided oyster farms, prospected for gold, joined an army of unemployed workers, and even spent time in jail. Now, why is all this so significant? Well, it really comes back to the way London used his life experiences in the characters and themes of his stories. In light of the often harsh experiences he dealt with in these kinds of jobs, I think we can also understand what attracted him to socialism and the struggle for improved social and working conditions. London's learning was gained largely outside of institutions. In other words, he learned mainly from experience, but was determined to improve himself and enrolled as a student at the University of California. However, he dropped out after one semester due to a lack of money and perhaps disillusionment with university life. Any of you feel that way? Of course, it's true that he was always a keen reader and studied the works of other writers in order to learn to become a writer himself. I think we can say that he consciously chose the life of a writer in order to escape the unpleasant prospect of manual work. The adventurous life he led provided him with a great deal of material from which to create imaginative literature. Most writers and intellectuals, of course, know about the struggle for survival only from their readings and observations. London, by contrast, experienced poverty, struggle, and danger firsthand. Take, for example, one of his first published stories, Story of a Typhoon off the Coast of Japan, which was taken directly from his experience as a sailor in the Pacific when he was just 17. It is clear in this story, as in so many others of London's, that we, the readers, feel the directness of his writing, and this, I think we can say, is because he wrote about what he knew and experienced so deeply. Now, at first, his submissions to publishers met with very little success. However, he was very determined, and he forced himself to write 1,000 words per day. This disciplined approach to writing eventually paid off, and he gained international fame with a large output of writing. In total, he published over 150 stories, 18 novels, and 7 books of non-fiction, and many of them were translated into different languages. His novel, The Call of the Wild, was the one that brought him lasting fame, and many of his short stories are considered classics. It's true to say, though, I think we can admit, that not all his works are especially good literature. He often wrote carelessly, and there's a considerable part of his output which I think it is fair to say is uninspired and uninteresting to the modern reader. In the last period of his life, London tried his hand at agriculture. Much of his later writing, in fact, is concerned with the pleasures of country life and the satisfaction to be gained from earning a living from the land. He pursued this interest with characteristic energy at his ranch in California, and he continued a tight work schedule right up to his premature death at the age of 40 in November 1916.
Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer. 18. What is the lecture mainly about? 19. According to the professor, what effect did the absence of a father have on London? 20. What does the professor mean when he says this?
However, he dropped out after one semester due to a lack of money and perhaps disillusionment with university life. Any of you feel that way?
Excellent, very good. Okay. So let's check. What about question 18? And this is, what is the lecture mainly about, Miriam? Okay, what?
Sorry, is the how
How
London's live and work are contrast.
life and work. Life and work. Very good. Okay. According to the professor, what effect did the absence of a father have on London?
It influences aspects of his writing.
Writing. Good. What does the professor mean when he says this?
He is joking that some of the students may not be happy at college.
Very good. 21. Why does the professor think that London read so many books?
London wanted to learn from the other writers.
Very good. Okay, good, 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 good. What does the professor imply about London's success?
He worked hard to achieve success.
Very good. And 23. What does the professor think of London's work?
Much of London's work is not very good.
Excellent, Miriam. Very good. Perfect. All of them are correct. Excellent, Miriam. Well done, Miriam. Well done on the listening section. Very good. Okay. Okay, now let's continue with the grammar review. Okay, it says circle the error in each sentence. Write a correction on the line, for example. I will read. It says, this book full of interesting information. She used to live in the United States, but now she lives in London, in Canada. I'm sorry about the spilled soup on your shirt. She's worried to her husband. He's being very sick. This sheet is similar for another one I have. For example, another one. This book, here the correct is, this book is full
It's
of very,
interesting.
very good information. This book is full of interesting information. Very good.
Ay,
Very good.
aquí lo único que está mal es she lives in Canada, porque estamos hablando de que es ahora, entonces sería
Is Hemer. Sally is used to live. Ahí mira, tiene que
ah,
decir, Sally solía vivir en los
sería
Estados
Sally
Unidos.
used to live.
Very good. Used to live. Very good.
I am
Very
sorry
good.
about sería to sleep, you know?
I am
To
sorry about,
spill.
remember, about is a preposition. Do you remember
So
what we have said? Yes. Excellent. Mira, about spilling. Very good. Very
she's
good.
worried to her husband. She's been very sick. Yes, es que sería she's worrying, ¿no? Porque ella está preocupada.
Exactly. She is worried to her husband. But here, the problem is to, okay? To her husband. That is
Sería for husband, ¿no?
about. Worry about. Very good. Excellent. Mira, very good. This says, this shirt is similar for another one I have.
Sería I have one, ¿no?
Colmo de que this shirt is similar to another one for no. We have to use similar to. Okay. Very good. Examine. Okay, I will read the correct version and you tell me the correct side. It says, this book full of interesting information.
This book is full of interesting information.
Very good. Sally is used to live in the United States, but now she lives in Canada.
Sally used to live in the US,
Okay.
but now she lives in Canada.
Good. I am sorry about the spilled soup on your shirt.
I am sorry about the spilling soup on your shirt.
Very good. She's worried to her husband. He's been very sick.
She's worried about her husband. She's been very sick.
He's been very sick, okay? This t-shirt is similar for another one I have.
This shirt is similar to another one I have.
Good, man, good, okay. It says fill in the blanks, write the correct passive voice form. For example, I will read. I painted 3 rooms over the weekend. 3 rooms over the weekend. Many people signed the Declaration of Independence. Declaration of Independence by many people. We wrote the text in 1997. The textbook in 1997. They were fixing the radio when the explosion occurred. The radio when the explosion occurred. You should take an aspirin for a headache. An aspirin for a headache. Okay, will you please do it, please? Good.
Yes. Ay, no, yo porque iba no sé cantar.
Is that a song? Okay, good man, good.
Bueno, pues,
Very
me
good, okay,
confundí.
good. Very good. I mean, should be taken. Should be taken,
Me
okay?
falta
Very good. Okay, mira, aquí dice, the radio, they were fixing the radio when the explosion occurred. The radio, I mean, was, fíjate, te voy a poner así, was, the radio was being fixed. Para que diga, estaba siendo reparada. Was being fixed, estaba siendo reparada. Very good. Okay, man, so let's see. Okay, it says, I will rate, no, it says, I painted the 3 rooms over the weekend. Miren, 3 rooms.
3 rooms were painted over the weekend.
Many people signed the Declaration of Independence.
The Declaration of Independence was signed by many people.
Good. We wrote the textbook in 1997.
The textbook was written in 1997.
Okay, was written in
Written.
1997. Good. They were fixing the radio when the explosion occurred.
The radio was being fixed when the explosion occurred.
Very good. Fixed. Okay, good. You should take an aspirin for a headache.
An aspirin should be taken for a headache.
Very good, very good. Okay, like it's part two, it says, underline the correct verb forms. I will read it. It says, in baseball, the ball by the batter before he runs across the bases. Bobby was injured in a car accident. The instructor is teaching is being taught the students geometry next week. Your reservations must be made at least 2 weeks in advance. On the TOEFL, the directions must followed exactly. The burglar was arrested 2 days after the robbery. Premier number 7, for security reasons.
For security reasons, all the final exams are kept in a safe until test day. Sally is driving her own car to California.
Good.
The soccer players have to practice every afternoon after school.
Good.
And how many times have I been told you to wear your jacket when it's cold outside?
For example, in baseball, the ball is hit, es golpeada by the batter, okay, o el bateador, okay, before he runs across the bases. Okay, please continue with the others, please. Very good.
Ay,
Yes, there. Okay. Here is a combination of active voice or passive. Number 3, the instructor is teaching the students. That is active voice, okay? He's teaching. Very good. Very good. Very good. Good. Dígame, ¿son conservados o son mantenidos en una caja de seguridad? Ya, safe, caja de seguridad. Dime. Okay. Okay, I will read the film and you read as it says. In baseball, the ball is hit by the batter before he rolls across the bases.
Bobby was injured in a car accident. Ay,
Good.
ay,
Good. The instructor is
sorry, sorry.
teaching the students geometry next week. Very good.
The reservation must be made at least 2 weeks in advance.
Very good. On the TOEFL, the directions must be followed exactly.
The
Dime.
burglar was arrested 2 days after the robbery.
Exactly. El ladrón, un ratero, fue arrestado. Very good, man. For security reasons, all the final exams are kept in a safe until test day.
For security reasons, all these final exams are kept in a safe until test day.
But Sally is driving her own car to California.
The soccer players have to practice every afternoon that is after school.
But how many times have I told you to wear your jacket when it's cold outside? ¿Cuántas veces te he dicho? Very good, mira, okay. Here, mira, it says, write the passive forms of the verbs in parentheses. For example, this store closed, let's go somewhere else. The copies that make on the machine are difficult to read. Lisa was married for 3 years, but now if eggs fry too long, I don't like the taste or the texture. What beautiful pool. How often clean your pool? Oh no.
I know my wallet where cold it is.
Very good.
Look at Steve spilling in the back of the classroom. He must with this lesson. Did you see Lucy at the party? She's so happy when she saw many presents.
Very good.
I last night, so I went directly to bed without studying.
Very good.
When she didn't, I when she didn't win first place at the track and feeling competition, she disappointed.
Here, remember, we're going to practice passive voice in past or passive voice in present. Look at this. Remember, present, for example. My mother cooks Mexican food. Okay. Here, remember the verb, this one, is present. Okay. My mother cooks Mexican food. Okay. Or my father draws wonderful paintings. Okay. Also, draws, here draws is present, okay? Active voice present. How do you change to the past? For example, my mother cooks Mexican food. Sorry, how do you change to passive present? My mother cooks Mexican food. You can say, Mexican food is cooked by my mother. Okay. Y el verbo cambió. En vez de poner was or were, pusimos is. O puede ser are. Okay. Is or are.
Yes.
Again, please, number 2, my father draws wonderful paintings. How you say to the passive voice?
Yes. Drawing.
Thrown. Very good, man. Very good. Good, good, good. Thrown by my father. Very good. Excellent, Milan. Okay, so here, Milan, is a combination of active voice and passive voice in present or in past, okay? For example,
Sí.
this store is closed. I will you. Is closed, okay? Está cerrada. It's closed. Let's go somewhere else. Is closed, okay? Okay, maybe please continue with us, please. Very good.
Mm,
Very good. Very good.
it's fried. No, it's the regular.
Exactly. That is regular, regular. Are fried. Very good. Are fried, fried, fried. Frito. Very good. Then it's similar. How often is your pool?
Ah, sí, cierto.
Because
Pensé que
this
decía yo. Ay,
exactly very good.
pensé que decía yo.
Very good. Is your pool clean? Very good. Very good. Then he must be. Tenemos el modo verbal must. So he must be bored.
Ah,
Debe estar cansado. He must be bored. Very good.
ay, look, it's irregular, ¿no?
Well, Jimmy, look at the context. Did you see Lucy at the party? Hay que decir, ella se veía tan feliz cuando ella recibió muchos regalos. Ahí, fíjate, there is active, okay? Ella se veía.
No.
That one is active voice. Very good. Good, mira, good, good, good.
No.
She looked in the past, no? She looked, ella se veía, she looked so happy when she, also is active in past.
Ah,
Dime,
no.
exacto, active in past, when she, cuando ella recibió tantos regalos. Very good, man, very good, okay. Here, last night, so I went directly to bed with her student. Ay, mira, yo estaba cansado. Very good, 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 good. Exactly, mira, very good. Okay, I will read number one and you the others. This story is closed. Let's go somewhere else.
The copies that are made on this machine are difficult to read.
Lisa was married for 3 years, but now she is divorced.
If eggs are fried too long, I don't like it, the taste of or the texture.
Very good. What a beautiful pool. How often is your pool cleaned?
Oh no, my wallet is gone. Where you call it be?
Bless you. Where could it be? Very good. Look at Steve sleeping in the back of the classroom. He must be bored with this lesson.
Did you see Lizzie at the party? She looked so happy when she received so many presents.
Very good. I was tired last night, so I went directly to bed without studying.
When she didn't win first place at the track or field competition, she was disappointed.
Very good. She was disappointed. Very good, bien. Good, good, good. Okay. So let's continue with activities directly from the book. Okay. Here it says, for example, it says all kind of weather. Okay. So look at the pictures, complete the sentences with the words in the box. Then remember, we have aftershocks, earthquake, floods, hailstorm, hurricane, lightning, rains, thunderstorm, tornado, winds. Do you remember, Miriam, what is aftershock, Miriam?
Creo que esto ya lo habíamos hecho.
Exactly, Miriam. Yes.
Sí, porque Harley-Storm es
Creo que
lluvias, pero lluvias granizo.
organizo. Creo que solamente vimos
Aftershock
las palabras, pero no hicimos la actividad. Y bien, aftershock, very good.
son las réplicas, ¿no?
Réplicas, very good.
Earthquake es el terremoto.
Very good. Floods,
Floods era inundaciones.
very good. Hurricane, bueno, super easy. Okay.
Hurricanes,
Lightning,
lightning era. Se me fue.
rayo,
Rayos.
very good. Rains,
Tornados es tormenta eléctrica.
very good.
Tornado y
Tornado and winds, no? Very good.
bueno,
I mean, I will read this. Says, the region was hit by heavy rains earlier today. Several roads were closed because of flash. Number two, farmers said their crops were badly damaged, but the ice from a freak that passed through the area today. Parts of the country were damaged by yesterday. Airports were closed today due to Albert. Flights were cancelled, okay, because of a strong and train. Minute number 5. The area.
The map was hit yesterday by a major measuring 5.6 on the Richter scale, where fell throughout the area.
Very good.
Electricity throughout the city was disrupted by Turner and from the surf.
And from a severe, for example, I will tell you in a moment. It says the region was hit by heavy rains earlier today. Several roads were closed because of flash floods. Flash flood, okay. Por inundaciones repentinas, okay. Again, please. Number 2. Will you please do it, please?
Aquí sería winds.
This is one. Hailstorm. Hailstorm. Granizo.
No sé, no. Ay,
Freak hailstorm es una granizada atípica, una granizada no esperada. Very good.
bueno, no se ve en la imagen.
¿No?
Me la distingo. No.
Okay. Very
Porque
good.
sí sería winds. And, ¿cuál es?
Due to Hurricane Albert, Huracán Alberto, here, Hurricane Albert.
Sí, cierto.
No, Hurricane Albert.
Aquí
Okay.
dice winds.
Winds, very good, okay.
Aquí pues sería
Earthquake, very good.
y acá abajo sería, ay, ¿cómo se escribe? After.
Very good. After shocks. Very good.
Me falta no. Thunderstorm and lightning.
Very good. By thunder and
Lightning
lightning, very good.
and thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm. Except, I will do the first and you do the second. It says The region was hit by heavy rains earlier today. Several roads were closed because of flash floods.
Farmers say their crops were badly damaged by the ice from a freak hailstorm that passed through the area today.
Very good. Parts of the country were damaged by a tornado yesterday.
Airports were closed today due to Hurricane Albert. Flights were canceled because of strong sun rain, of
Strong
strong winds and
winds,
rain.
very good. And rain. Rain, rain, okay.
Rain.
The area was hit yesterday by a major earthquake, measuring 5.6 on the Richter scale. Aftershocks were felt throughout the area.
Electricity out. Electricity throughout the city was disrupted by thunder and lightning from a severe thunderstorm.
Very good, man. Good, okay. So Megan says, what was the cause? I said, look at each pair of pictures. What caused the damage? Write a sentence using the given word and by. For example, here we have start. A fire was started by a candle. Okay, blow down, blow down. Ah, mira, ¿cuál es mean blow down? En español, ¿cómo se mira blow down?
Blow down.
Es blow down.
Son vientos fuertes, ¿no? Pero
Dígame,
no me
blow
acuerdo.
down. Blow down es arrancar de raíz, pero usualmente por viento, ok, arrancar de raíz. Blow down.
Ok.
Ahora viene strike.
Son los tornados esos fuertes que se hacen y destruyen casas.
Exactly. De, mira, a saber, como verbo, mira, strike es golpear. Golpear. Strike, golpear. ¿Cuál, mira, cause?
Es cuando los rayos tocan como la superficie o árboles o así y los incendian, se podría decir,
Sí, mira,
como que los
cause.
rompen.
Mira, cause, causar, provocar. Pone, cause. Cause, causar, provocar. Mira,
Crack es romper.
romper. Very good. For example, mira, we do number two. It says, you can say, a tree was blown down, okay, by strong winds. Very good, very good.
Así sí está. Y yo dije, ay, me equivoqué. No. A tree.
Struck.
Fire. Ay, the tree was fire.
A tree.
Ay, no es cierto. Bueno, no, es que tendría que ser con causa, ¿no?
Esa que déjeme, pues un fuego fue causado, fue provocado por una tormenta eléctrica, ¿no?
Fire es fuego, ¿no?
But fire, yes, good, good.
A fire was out
Pero, pero,
by thunderstorm.
bye, very good, bye.
What do you say parabrisas?
Windshields. Windshields, esa, parabrisas, windshields.
Yeah, windshields. was cracked by a hailstorm.
Very good. Pero bueno, Sofía, vamos a poner en singular. A windshield. Okay. Okay, mira, I will read number one. It says, a fire was started by a candle.
A tree was blown down by a strong wind.
A house was struck by a tornado.
Sí, es cierto, stroke is irregular. A fire was caused by a thunderstorm.
A windshield was cracked by a hailstorm. Very good, mira, here, mira, in the news, it says, rewrite the sentences, okay, it says, using the simple past passive and the adverb. For example, the fire damaged the building partially. The building was partially damaged by the fire. The storm disrupted train services temporarily. Flash floods damaged several houses in the area badly. A wildfire injured 3 firefighters seriously. A tornado destroyed a small farm completely. Okay, please change to the passive and then add the adverb. Okay.
Oh, okay.
For example, train services, ahí empezaría. Train services.
Services. There was
Train service. A train service means where.
sí, sí.
Where. Excluda, ¿no?
Sorry. I need an app.
I need a, it's like, it says several houses.
Several houses.
Very good.
Several houses. Several houses. Ay, ando muy dormida. Badly damaged
Very good.
in the area by a flash
Flash floods.
flood.
Very good. Very good. 3 firefighters. Very good. Very good.
Seriously.
Very good.
Here. Wildfire.
Very good. A small farm.
Small farm.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué estás llenando de regalos?
Exactly. Very good. Okay, I will read the original and then you will read the passive one. It says, the fire damaged the building partially.
The building was partially damaged by the fire.
The storm disrupted train services temporarily.
Train services were temporarily disrupted by the storm.
Good. Flash floods damaged several houses in the area badly.
Several houses were badly damaged in the area by a flash flood.
Very good. Flash floods. Flash floods. Very good. A wildfire injured 3 firefighters seriously.
Three firefighters were seriously injured by a wildfire.
Wildfire. Good. A tornado destroyed a small farm completely.
A small farm was completely destroyed by a tornado.
Very good, very good. Okay, here. Here, I mean, it says, did you hear about? It says, news travel fast. Okay, it says, complete a conversation with the expression in the box. Use each expression only once. For example, did I tell you? Did you hear about? Guess what? Have you heard? You know? You know what? For example, I will read it. It says, have you heard the news about Henry? No, what happened to him? Well, he goes mountain biking, right? Yes, I have seen him on his bike a lot. Well, he went out biking yesterday, and he was in the mountains during that big thunderstorm in the afternoon. He had to sit under a tree to avoid the lightning. Under a tree? That's really dangerous. It is. Oh, yeah. Those golfers who were hit by lightning under a tree? No, oh, that was awful. Yeah, they were taken to the hospital and everything, but amazingly, they were okay. That was lucky. By the way, about my car, the roof was damaged in that storm, too. It was hit by the hailstorms. For example, Miguel, okay. Have you heard the news about Henry? No. What happened to him? Well, okay, okay, okay. Well, okay. He goes mountain biking, right? Very good. Very good.
Mm.
Exactly. And guess what? Y adivina qué. Very good.
No, you know what?
Very under a tree. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good, man. Okay, okay, man. I am done and you are not. Okay, it says, have you heard the news about Henry?
Now, what happened to him?
Well, he goes mountain biking, right?
Yes, I've seen him on his bike a lot.
Well, he went out biking yesterday, and guess what? He was in the mountains during that big thunderstorm in the afternoon. He had to sit under a tree to avoid the lightning.
Under a tree? You know what? That's really dangerous.
It is?
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about those golfers who were hit by lightning under a tree?
No, oh, that's awful.
Yay. Yeah. They were taken to the hospital and everything, but amazingly, they were okay.
That was lucky. By the way, did I tell you about my car? The roof was damaged in the storm, too. It was hit by the hailstones. Excellent, Miriam. Very good. So I'm going to say about you. It says, great sentences introducing some used through information. For example, you know my friend Kali? She got a new laptop for her birthday. And we have to use good news about a friend, fun news about yourself, bad news about the local sports team, news about the local weather, interesting news about your favorite actor or singer, news about a family member, news about another city. For example, fun news about yourself. For example, okay. Did I tell you? Okay. Did I tell you? Okay. You can say, I was caught by the police, okay, by mistake, okay. I was caught by the police by mistake because, because I look exactly like a robber. Okay, was con mucho a un ladrón. Okay. Okay, maybe we continue with others, please. Bad news about a local sports team.
Yes, teacher. Teacher,
Yes,
I have a question and I have a favor.
yes.
Can we stop the class the 8:30 because my parents the planning the dinner for the day
Okay.
children
Ah, for Children's Day. For Children's Day.
for Children's Day. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Miriam, sure, no problem. Yes, of course, yes. Of course, yes.
Okay.
No problem.
So,
Big man. So bad news about a local sports team.
so
Very good, Miriam. Exactly. You have
what?
to use any of these ones, okay? Any of these, okay? Good.
We have to jump past informations.
Ademir, okay. You know what? That is good, okay? Pandemia, you have to use one sentence in the passive, like here.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
I
He
was caught by the police by
was,
mistake.
he was on the first donation account. Parents. I could say castigar.
Ah, very good. Man. Punish. Punish.
Parents punish. Oh,
Ah, Jiménez. Mira, ahí le voy a corregir. He wasn't, okay,
sí, cierto,
accepted,
porque se los habían empezado.
accepted, okay, at the new school, no? Okay, at the new school. And his parents punish, punish. And his parents punish him all, all month. My God, that is too much. Okay. Oh, come on, all month. That's terrible. Okay, very good. News about the local weather. Okay, did you hear? Okay.
No, sería
Pues también, did you hear? Esta está bien, ¿ok? Ah, pero le quitamos la de miren. Para que solamente sea did you hear. Ahí se pone, o sea, did you hear? Y después diríamos, miren, Tizayuca fue golpeada por una tormenta. Una tormenta. Tizayuca fue golpeada por una tormenta.
I don't remember the writing golpeada.
Hit. Hit.
Kid
What's hit, okay?
estaba con fight. No.
No, no. Was por
Hit,
una tormenta. Very good.
hit by a storm.
By a
Storm.
thunderstorm. 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 No? Very good, man. Interesting news about your favorite actor or singer. Okay. Did you hear? You know what? Or digo, mira,
No.
guess what? Quizás, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Okay. Por ejemplo, guess what? Por ejemplo, vamos a poner, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
Where she was.
Exactly. Where she was.
In Mexico City.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Yeah, very good. Remember,
Just about
Mexico
remember.
City.
You know my.
You know what? I mean, como
My
decía, you know,
uncle?
my uncle. Very good. Very good. Very good. You know my
No,
uncle?
my.
Okay. Como decía, mira,
He was
un mejor trabajo o un buen trabajo se le dio a mi tío? Un mejor trabajo
Queda
se le
A
fue
good
dado a mi
job
tío. A good job
was give, no?
given, given
Given by my uncle.
was given to my uncle. To my uncle.
Okay. Sí, es cierto. Sí.
To my uncle.
To my uncle.
no,
Well,
Sí.
well, mira,
Mi tío.
mira, mira, you are about, Miriam, you are about to be this. To those of. ¿Recuerdas, mira, qué cosa, mira, es those of, Miriam? ¿Recuerdas?
No.
Those of. Ahí se quieres ponerle para mí, es un phrasal verb. Those of, mira, those of es alguien que está muy cansado y está a punto de quedarse dormido, a punto de caer de dormido, de dormida.
Yes.
You are
I
about
am
to
old.
those of.
I am old.
You are about to those. Okay, so good. I mean, news about another city. Guess
He's
what?
too
Okay.
crying.
Ah, Ukraine.
Crying.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Wait a minute. Ukraine. Ah, está buena, mira. Como dices, Ucrania fue invadida por Rusia.
Was. How do you say
Muy,
invasion?
muy similar to Spanish. Okay. Invade. Invade is regular. Regular verb, okay?
Wait
Very good.
for
By
Russia.
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 Ukraine was invaded by Russia.
Listo, va con mayúscula.
Déjale, mira, la R mayúscula. Very good. Good. Mira, okay. Okay, mira, I will read the phrase and you read the second. It says, you know my friend Collie? She got a new laptop for her birthday.
Did I tell you I was caught by the police by mistake because I looked exactly like a robber?
Very good. You know what? He wasn't accepted at the new school, and his parents punished him all month.
Did you hear? This Yuka was hit by the ice thunderstorm.
Very good. Guess what? First, she was stayed in a concert in Mexico City. Very good.
You know my uncle? A good job was given to my uncle.
Very good. Guess what? Ukraine was invaded by Russia. Excellent, Miriam. Very good, Miriam. Good, Miriam. Okay, Miriam. So let's stop here, Miriam. See you tomorrow, Miriam. Thank you, Miriam, for being here today. Okay, Miriam. Take care, Miriam. Take care. Thank you.
See you, teacher. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye
Thank you very
bye.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Thank you.